Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Allison Lanier has revealed her final YNR air date and is leaving her role as Summer Newman. Let's discuss this casting blunder after Lanier updated followers on social media about the shocking news. When Lanier replaced Hunter King in the role, it was her first appearance as a Summer recast in 2022. Lanier, however, is now out as Summer and plans to look for other options. Allison Lanier informed everyone about the situation and the date of her final episode on X, the platform that was formerly known as Twitter. This is what Lanier said. Lanier began by saying, "Hey everyone! My final episode on YNR will air on Friday, May 2nd. I've learned a lot and enjoyed the experience, but it's time to take my growth in a new direction. Very thankful to all of the YNR fans who have supported me, love," she continued. Naturally, those who were anticipating a heightened love triangle between Summer, Kyle Abbott, and Claire Newman are greatly surprised by this deviation. Summer will not get the opportunity to win Kyle back, at least not at this time, despite her struggles with jealousy and residual love for him. Rather, Summer's stay in Genoa City is going to come to an end. Although the show has no immediate plans to recast Summer Newman, sources told SOD that this could change in the future. Perhaps YNR could persuade Hunter King to reprise the role, or perhaps another actress will eventually take Summer's place. In any case, Allison Lanier has finished filming and is set to appear for the last time on the CBS serial opera. Make sure to check in for Lanier's final airdate on May 2nd and stay tuned for additional updates about Summer's future. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Summer will need to reassess her life goals and find an off-screen route that avoids a reunion with Kyle. According to Thursday, April 17th's recap of The Young and the Restless, Audra Charles's obsession confounds Nate Hastings, and Kyle Abbott will reveal Victor Newman's espionage plot to Claire Newman. Nikki Newman will question Victor about his encounter with Michael Baldwin at the Newman Ranch and try once more in vain to persuade him to put aside his grudge against Jack Abbott. Victor will anticipate that Claire's romance with Kyle would end in heartbreak, despite Nikki's objections to him opposing it. Eventually, the conversation will shift to Aristotle Dumas possibly running for Chancellor because he has been in contact with Billy Abbott. Since nothing has been done yet, Victor will put an end to Nikki's attempt to confront Billy about it. Jack will provide Diane Jenkins Abbott with updates at the GCAC regarding Kyle's expert handling of Victor's spy. Although Diane will be happy that Kyle made Jack proud, she will undoubtedly be concerned about this espionage news, especially since there may be more. Jack won't want to go that far, even though Diane will make hints about pursuing Victor with equal vigor and destroying Newman Enterprises. Jack's past experiences indicate that he dislikes allowing adversaries to define him and will argue that Victor should be allowed to enjoy the vacuous triumphs. However, Jack will not back down from these espionage games and will stand up for Chabot. Diane will call Jack a snake once he acknowledges that Michael has been fixing Victor's problems and setting up all the espionage plans. Jack doesn't want Diane to tell Michael about her friend's troubles, even though she is disappointed in her. Claire is going to hypothesize at the jazz lounge as to why Audra would be making Kyle angry and whether it's personal. In an attempt to shift the conversation, Kyle will snap at Claire and claim that he only had a brief affair with Audra. Kyle will apologize and explain that the Glissade era was a challenging period in his life because Claire will appear to be a little offended by his tone. Kyle will still find it difficult to forgive himself for his treatment of Jack and Diane. Even though Kyle will only want to move on, Claire won't be certain that Audra will allow it because of the way she keeps looking at him from the other side of the room. When Claire asks for specifics after Kyle talks about his productive day at Chabot, he will get defensive once more. Kyle will finally tell Claire about Victor's spy who snuck into Chabot to collect confidential data because she will not tolerate the way he keeps excluding her. Claire will be upset to witness that side of her grandfather since Kyle will try to make her understand how Victor works. Kyle will ask Claire to join him on the dance floor in the hopes of improving her mood. Nate will tell Audra at a nearby table that Victor would use her to pursue Jack's business and that she might be agreeing to more of the same drama. This time, Audra will believe she can defend herself, and she won't mind defeating the opposition because it will only serve to validate her value. Nate also doesn't understand why Audra felt the need to brag to Kyle rather than maintain her element of surprise. Audra will respond that she didn't tell Kyle much and that he should feel guilty for undermining her. Audra will say at one point in Thursday's YNR episode that Claire is upset because she knows that things will never work out with Kyle. Nate will ask why Audra is so concerned about whether Claire and Kyle will last as a couple after he argues that they appear content. They will dance with Kyle and Claire when Audra persuades Nate to join her, claiming it was only an observation. Audra will have the opportunity to grin eerily at Kyle while he scowls back at her. May sweeps in Genoa City this year will be packed with suspenseful drama, according to spoilers and updates for the young and the restless. Let's explore what lies ahead, as there will be many surprises and shocks. What's going on with Daniel and Tessa? Is shit occurring? To begin, after their journey to London, Sharon and Nick Newman may experience some difficult situations. They undoubtedly became closer during their escape, but what does it signify for their day-to-day existence in Genoa City? Even though Nick effectively put Sharon in the friend zone, he may soon change his mind. Their continued closeness raises the prospect of them rekindling their romance in the future. Given that Daniel Romalotti Jr. and Tessa Porter will be spending more time taking guitar lessons together, many people are interested in how their relationship will develop. Josh Griffith, executive producer and head writer, provided some hints. Josh Griffith, the executive producer and head writer for YNR, made hints about Daniel's future in a previous interview with TV Insider. He called it more of a walk on the emotional wild side, but he did not call it a romance. Furthermore, complicating matters is the fact that Tessa in the show identifies as queer. At the moment, Tessa appears more interested in keeping Daniel as a friend than in pursuing a love relationship. Their relationship could still cause issues, though, particularly given Mariah Copeland's personal crisis, which she intends to hide from Tessa. The scheme of Victor against Khalil. We must, of course, talk about Victor Newman's plot to ruin Claire Newman and Kyle Abbott's romance. Victor will be enraged to hear that Kyle and Claire intend to move in together, and he will pressure Audra Charles to intervene to help them break up. Claire's belief in the claims will be crucial as Audra masterminds a cheating scandal involving Kyle. Given that she already has doubts about Victor and Audra's motivations, there's a good chance Claire will support Kyle. Will Audra be held accountable for her role when Nate Hastings also turns against her, and may Victor's scheme backfire and drive Claire away from him instead? Victor will eventually turn his attention to something constructive. No matter what, Victor will inevitably turn his focus to something positive, like Nikki Newman's impending birthday party. Around the end of May sweeps, a lavish Newman party is scheduled, which would be the perfect opportunity for Aristotle Dumas to show up and ruin the fun. In the meantime, if that persistent cough results in alarming disclosures, Cole Howard might be on the verge of a devastating medical storyline. Could it be that Cole's physician will eventually predict a dire diagnosis? Anyway, according to YNR spoilers, there will be some unexpected turns in the May sweeps, so make sure to watch all the action.